Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be reviewing the Nikkie Tutorials and Beauty Bay palette. So here is what the palette looks like, and if you guys haven't seen Nikkie Tutorials video and explanation on like the actual design of this palette and all like the different shades and the meanings behind them, I would highly recommend you check that out, because that was actually the first thing that really got me to actually order the palette, because I was like, you know, the story and the concept and the idea and everything behind it was just too good for me to pass up. But she did mention that she was giving away pop sockets for everyone who purchased from this first collection, so I did get a pop socket along with my eyeshadow palette. And another thing that came with the palette as well is this card here, and from this card, I'm not sure if you guys can really see too well, but it actually informs you on which shades you should use a brush and which shades you should use your finger for. So I think that's super cool, because a lot of eyeshadow palettes, you know, have shimmer shades and things like that, and sometimes you're like, okay, it gives a better payoff with your finger, or it might give a better payoff with a brush. So I like that she gives us a little cheat sheet which will help us maximize the actual effects of these eyeshadow palettes. So now let's get into the eyeshadow palettes. Look at this palette, you guys. Like, this palette is huge. Like, look at the pan size of these eyeshadows. It's really big, surprisingly, which is really nice, because obviously you want more product. Because it also comes with two mirrors. So one mirror is just a regular mirror and the other mirror is actually magnified. And for $30, that's actually a really good deal. I'm just super excited to dive in. I've been watching a lot of reviews and a lot of people's, you know, first impressions, and I'm ready to give mine and actually try them out. So let's get into the palette. You know, so I do want to note that I did already go ahead and do my face makeup. I primed my eyelids and I set them with my setting powder, so we are all ready to go with our eyeshadow. So let's get started. Like, I just feel like this palette, it screams a bold. Like, girl, do not try to do no muted, natural type of look with this palette. You can, but please don't. Like, you need to really utilize all these colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start off by using Basic Tret, which is basic bitch in German, y'all. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this as my transition shade. First, I'm gonna go ahead and just work this on my lid as my transition color. Low key, it's a little bit brighter than I thought it was going to be, which is fine though, because I still feel like this is going to help all the other colors, you know, play really well together. So far these shadows seem to be really pigmented, which I really like, because I feel like with a palette like this and these colors, they better pay out. Because in her video, Nikkie states how she took her time with all of these shadows and made sure each one of them were perfect, and it really shows. We are going to go ahead and take Amsterdam, and we're gonna work this all into our crease. Now first, I'm gonna just kind of stamp it in there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. So as I'm building it up in my crease, I'm also bringing it down to like the outer corner right here and just doing that little tail end of my lid. Now I'm gonna take a different fluffy brush and I'm gonna just go ahead and just soften out those edges, so that way we don't have any harsh lines. And that is the reason why we put that transition shade in there, because that should help bring this out and soften that up. I'm really liking this. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to take Plot Twist with that same brush that I just used. And I'm gonna use that to also kind of help kind of ombre this out. Oh, new blue eyeshadows were so pretty. Redemption. I don't know why we're doing orange, but this just is calling my name. It's so pretty. So we're gonna take Redemption and we're just packing that orange on and building that up. And then we're gonna go ahead and just continue to fade that into the blue. I'm gonna go back in with the same brush that I used for Amsterdam, and I'm gonna just go ahead and deepen that back up, as well as using Plot Twist to soften that back out. So next, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take Aura, but I'm gonna use my finger, because that is what our card says is the best tool for this eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab a little. Look at that. We're gonna put Aura all over Redemption, as a matter of fact, because this is pretty. So we're gonna just kind of taper those into one another, so that way you can't even really tell where it stops and where it begins. We're gonna go ahead and we're going to take the same rendition of colors that we just used on the top. We're just gonna reciprocate them on the bottom. So I'm going to take Amsterdam first, and I'm gonna go ahead and just smoke out this bottom outer corner, and then we're gonna go ahead and take Redemption on that inner corner. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use this blue gel eyeliner, and I'm gonna go ahead and line my bottom lash line. Alrighty guys, and here is the finished look. I actually really like how this turned out. Although I was kind of nervous and skeptical about doing blues, I feel like this came out really nice. Like, it's not too blue, but then it's also like, you know, not too subtle. I really like the orange in it because the orange just kind of helped kind of mellow it out, but it's still such a nice pop of orange that I feel like, you know, this is still kind of like a low-key bold look. I don't know. You guys comment down below and let me know if you guys would consider this to be a bold look, or is this something kind of like playing it safe? It's playing it safe, but it's on the bold side if you ask me. I personally really enjoyed using this palette. I really like how pigmented the colors are. Like, no lie, you guys. These are really pigmented. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna actually just swatch 3 more colors just so you guys can actually see that they're all, look at that. These are super intense. Like, I don't know if I have any other palettes that might compare to the intensity of this palette. This, Nikkie did not come to play. There are 20 shades in here. They're pretty big as far as the actual shade size goes. And they're super freaking pigmented. Even blending these shades together was just like a smooth and seamless process. So I personally really like the palette. I really like the fact that it has 2 different mirrors on here as well. And just the freaking packaging. Like, I enjoyed hearing the story and hearing like the actual names and what they represent to Nikkie, and I just was like, wow, like, you really, like, she really took her time with this palette, and it shows. I definitely feel like this is a really good quality palette. Again, the palette is only $30 from Beauty Bay, and I believe Nikkie said that they're actually getting ready to do a restock. So if you guys did not get a chance to get this palette the first go around, I would highly recommend you go ahead and try to get it for the second go around. I think this is definitely worth it, and I feel like with the colorway of this palette, like, it obviously comes off as being a very bold and, like, you know, bright kind of palette, but it can definitely be utilized in a neutral way as well. But I feel like this is going to challenge me to obviously do more like actual looks with color, because you ain't finna get this palette and be like, oh, I'm just gonna go for these browns and just a few of these shimmer shades. You gonna try everything. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, or if you guys enjoyed seeing me review this palette, then please give this video a thumbs up, and do me a favor, scroll down just a little bit and hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that bell as well. And I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial and seeing me do a review on this product. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.